Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Coming out of the end zone, here's Dontrell Hilliard. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. There he goes, left side, past the 20. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
An absolutely tremendous start to the game. What a return to take it that far deep into the other team's territory. The only person upset, the return guy. He didn't quite get to the end zone. And you know when it comes to film time, they're going to give him a lot of grief about that.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll go option to the short side. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a third and goal. Henry, well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense for the Titans, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They run once more with Taylor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Colts had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up up incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fielded just inside the 20. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, here's Henry. Powers through him, and he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On third down, it's Willis. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Willis will look to throw it.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Right back to the air with Willis.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal.
He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Bullock's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Looking for Campbell downfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will take over possession here up at the 44. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Being chased out left. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the counter, it's Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3 and up third down. Another example right there how.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give to Taylor. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. give him 2 on the play there. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll run here with Taylor. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. They'll take the lead here at 7-6. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Hilliard now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's an option play left. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First and 10, Willis. It's caught by Hooper. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Colts pick it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Pick it up!
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. A give for Taylor running right side. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it. I
don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Okay, ready?
From the gun, here's Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. They'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 37. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. On the handoff, Taylor. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Taylor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will give the lead up to 7.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 36, Willis looking deep downfield.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. We'll get this up to about the 44.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They gave himself options there on the 3rd down play, and we're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the handoff. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Does the big boy have the juice? The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
He completes it to Henry.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. What a great
Great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Willis, fourth down, has to have it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was,
It all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop down to 1-3.